Well, we did it again. It's the Mad Cinemists Show. I'm Scott G.
And I'm Phil D.
So, Phil, AVP.
Those are 3 letters.
Yeah. So we did Predator last week. So we decided that we're going to do the AVP movies today, since we'd already done Alien.
Yeah, long time ago.
So this completes the cycle, man.
And I think I've lost IQ points for this.
What are you saying, Philip? You saying these movies aren't very good?
Yes. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So, so you had either never seen these movies or you just didn't remember them.
Okay, so I've definitely seen most of the first one. It seemed like.
Yeah.
But I blanked out on it, I guess,
Understandable.
And the second one, it turns out that I've actually seen a good handful of it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but it was all the human stuff.
Oh.
So I didn't realize really
any of the Predator stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's what we were talking about before. Is like the Predator stuff in the second one is really good.
Yeah, it's really good. And well, I think that the way they make the Predator look is a lot better, just in general too. Like I think they pull off his action sequences. They pull off the Predator stuff better.
Well, he's not a big bodybuilder. Predator.
Jesus, they make him look so bulky and shitty in the first one.
Yeah,
man. Come on. Did nobody see this? Did nobody look at him and go, well, maybe not.
This is a little awkward.
This is a little big, yeah.
This guy can't run. How's he supposed to sneak up on his prey if every time he takes a step he shakes the ground?
Yeah. It's fucking ridiculous.
So anyway, AVP came out in 2004.
Okay. Yeah. It looks like it.
Yeah. And it was directed by
Joss Whedon?
No.
Oh, wow.
No, you would think.
But
no. Actually, this makes a lot of sense. Paul W.S. Anderson, same dude who did like Resident Evil, all of the Resident Evil.
Oh, that's
that dude.
Dude, see, and that's fucked up because it really
and
does
Mortal
feel
Kombat.
like they just pulled over the Resident Evil feel for the first one of these.
Well, both movies kind of follow like the same plot progression of the Resident Evils.
Kind of. Yeah, between the two things, because the
first movie they're going into an underground thing and then there's monsters.
And shit gets bad.
Yeah, in the second one the monsters are loose in the city.
Yeah.
And
at the end of it they nuke it.
Yeah. So
it kind of is. Yeah.
There's a weird correlation there.
Who directed the second film?
It was what is it? It was like two brothers.
It's just called Two Brothers.
The Two Brothers.
These two brothers. They're
Requiem came out in 2007.
Yeah.
And it was directed by the two brothers.
By the two brothers.
Yeah. Colin and Greg. Let's see. Staris.
Okay.
Staris.
Staris. Where do you see this?
Yeah. Strauss.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
What the fuck am I talking about?
Staris,
man. That's a better name.
Yeah, it's better. They're aliens.
Yeah. But yeah.
So the first movie is bad and funny.
Well, first, Philip, what had happened?
So in the first one, what had happened is giant pyramid underground has
good start
has an alien queen in it in a freezer that they shock and make babies come out of her that they then lure humans into to make aliens so that pussy mouth men can come fight them so that they can become real big men. And it doesn't turn out well.
No, yeah, and the humans are sad.
Yeah, the humans are
because they're dead.
The second film, however,
what had happened there?
In the second film, you see, it's a small town community that the events from the first film, which is ends up being like this pred-alien situation.
Yeah,
because one of the predators gets
face hugged.
Yeah, gets deep throated by the alien, and then so this funny little predator alien thing comes out of it, and that is the beginning of the second film, right? So what happened in the second film is you see this a pussy mouth spaceship crashes and then releases all of the deep throaters into the world of man in like Colorado or some shit.
Yeah.
And that starts infecting all of them, and he lets out a distress beacon. So the most badass a deep throater hunter, pussy mouth,
the cleaner man.
The cleaner. He's the fucking cleaner. He really is. Like I will give it to him in the second movie. They set up what the Predator does in the second movie super well,
really well,
because all he does is just come down and he's cleaning up a mess.
Absolutely.
And they end up like nuking the whole town.
He's the guy you
end.
call to unfuck this.
Yeah. So the military is watching what's going on. They nuke the town at the end. That whole thing. But the the second film at least makes the Predator seem cool.
Yeah.
The first one does not.
Well, he makes him seem threatening.
Yeah.
Because the first one is just like, oh man, look at these big teddy bears.
Fucking dildos over here. I don't like the first one of these except for to laugh at.
Yeah, and that's what I'm thinking. It's just like, I think overall, if we're comparing, Requiem is the better movie.
Yeah, Requiem's the better movie. Both of them are bad.
Yeah, but AVP, I think, for me, is at least a little bit more enjoyable.
Oh, okay. And, do you just think it's a more fun film to watch?
Yeah, I think it's just a more fun. I can rewatch that movie all the time.
Because I
kind of have to be in the mood.
Well, dude, okay, so AVP, you said like Resident Evil, which it's funny because this is why I made the Joss Whedon joke. I mean, fucking, this feels like Alien Resurrection.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
The first AVP feels like Alien Resurrection, where you're like, that's just silly.
Yeah.
Who thought of this? Did anybody talk to anyone about this, or did they just put this in a movie?
Yeah.
It's like this just loose connected plot and convenience and things that happen where you're like, that doesn't make any sense, and that looks silly. Dude, that part when the Predator pops up.
Oh, yeah. He just jumps up from the ground.
It's the shittiest looking fucking,
it's like,
man.
To make sure his wire food guys were working.
I like how you were talking about I guess she's the protagonist in the first film, the female that
the lady, the ice climber.
The ice. Like every time she says something, she's always like we shouldn't do this, and then they're like, oh yeah, well I want to do this, and she goes, okay.
Yeah, okay. She just concedes to everything.
Folds immediately.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
and that's why everybody fucking dies.
Yeah, it's her fault.
It is her fault. Yeah. Well, because like when she first hears what's going on, so they are pulling together all of these experts because there was this big heat signature that a Wayland satellite picked up.
Underneath Antarctica.
Underneath Antarctica. And I actually, tangent real quick, I really do like the way that the theatrical version begins, because it starts with that satellite thing that looks kind of like a queen, until you realize it's a satellite. I don't know. I always really like that scene.
Oh, yeah. That is
very
cool.
Beginning.
Which you said that that's the difference between the theatrical and the right?
That's one of the main differences, because in the other one, it starts with a dude running away from like an alien, and then a predator shows up.
Which is in the past. It's when this whaling town in Antarctica, apparently, which I don't know that there are whaling towns in Antarctica. Let me just go ahead and tell you.
Yeah, man, there's whalers on the moon, though.
There are whalers on the moon.
But so anyways, so they're trying to collect all of these different experts in different fields, and she's supposed to be their guide, in order to get them to the pyramid, because the pyramid is apparently buried under thousands of feet of ice.
Yeah. And I thought this was kind of cool when they finally get there, and there's the laser that's bored all the way down.
Yeah,
through the ice
that was really cool.
Yeah, nice.
Make their job easy, man.
Yeah.
Direct route. We ain't got time for these guys to actually dig.
Predator Expressway there.
Because, but that's pretty much what I was getting at. Most of the human parts are the more boring parts in that
For
movie.
real.
Yeah. Again, I think that's the problem with both of these movies. Anytime the humans are on screen, it's just kind of like, yeah, whatever. But that's not the point of these movies. The point is, hey, predators are punching aliens.
Well, so, again, to tangent. I think, in the past, the AVP story, the Alien vs. Predator story, from other facets, so from, like, the comics or from the games or from that whole thing, has been a different side of things, right? So, from the comics and the... okay. I'm kind of getting some of these mixed up, but just an alternate storyline that I like better from the older stuff, let's just put it that way, is more the idea that, like, the aliens were disrupted from, like, a mining situation.
Okay.
It's almost like the way that Aliens...
Pretty much,
works, and when that happens, instead of it being like these colonial marines were able to handle it, they have distress signals because they expect their crew to from outworld to come down and help, and instead the predators pick up on that, and come help clean up. So they're not really on the side of the humans. They just don't see the humans as much of a threat. They see the aliens as the threat, as the xenomorphs.
Fucking jumping ass aliens, man.
Oh, they're dicks,
dude. That game, watching you play it, like for the NES version,
the SNES version,
the SNES version, like that was fucking horrifying.
Man,
that was terrible.
Bad game. But the
it's just Dash,
the arcade
Predator
version
versus Dash.
But that arcade game is fucking dope.
That arcade game, that was the one that I was remembering.
And the game that I played even more of than those two is the first person shooter Alien vs. Predator from back in the day. That one's really good too.
That one's really good.
Which it also focuses on there being a more colonial marine style, presence there. Which so this again addresses part of the problem with these two movies, which is that they can't set up the cool colonial marines, space mining, this whole thing, when both of these films are set in present day. That was a really big, like, it drags
downer.
It down, dude.
Well, and I know that the Predator films are pretty much set in whatever era they come out in, but I mean,
sure, but the Alien films aren't. Because the Alien films, just as a concept here, from watching the Predator movies that we just watched, you could get away with the idea that the Predator is a fluke occurrence that happens in
just randomly whenever.
And it probably happens all over the universe to any civilized society. How the Predator just kind of show up and try to hunt the badasses. And that's
who's the top predator on this planet.
That's right. And that makes sense from the Predator perspective. To base the aliens and the predators as Earth being a central factor for them to have all this like nah, man, no, you guys completely missed the point here.
Well, I mean, you got to think of the studio that was making it, dude. It was Fox. All they know how to do is tight corridors and forests, man.
They're fucking this up.
That's right.
Well,
it's cheaper that way, man.
It really, but setting this in modern times really cripples the ability for this story to be cohesive with the rest of the universe.
Well, quite as exciting as it really just needed to be.
Yeah, because if you took Aliens, like James Cameron's Aliens, and you mix it with what we got from Robert Rodriguez, and we have that movie. Well, that's what you want for Alien versus Predator.
Absolutely.
You want the excitement of the colonial marines fighting a shit ton of crazy aliens mixed with the badass predators hunting everything. Right?
Yeah. hunting everything.
And
I will say that's something that I liked that the second film did.
One. Yeah,
they didn't make the Predator a good guy. I
mean, he's a hunter.
He's a better
guy
the than the Predalien.
Oh yeah.
But he's still not on the human side. Like,
no.
he straight shanks motherfuckers in this movie.
Anybody that can cause him a threat or is in his way for any, problem,
any reason.
Yeah. He's like, fuck
if he
you.
flashes his eyes at you and you don't immediately run away.
Well, I like that too. That he does the flash his eyes as a warning, and he does it a couple of times in there where he flashes his eyes like, "Look, I'm serious." And it seemed like a couple of people got the hint, and they were like, "All right, you're serious. I'm sorry." And then guess what? He left him alone.
That's right.
Because he realized they understood. Well, you're a threat.
Man, you're just doing your job. It's cool. I didn't mean to bug you.
Sorry, alien man. I'll forget all about this.
I did like that in the first movie. The dude, he what is it? He comes into the shed and he sees the alien and the Predator, and he just closes the door.
Yeah, we're just gonna keep this in here.
That's right. Yeah,
I don't need any of that.
I didn't see anything. Oops. There's nothing in there. In fact, let me just close all of these doors just to be safe.
I hate the way the Predators look. I'll say it again. In the first movie, dude, those Predators look so shit.
They're so fucking chunky, dude.
Man, yeah, the second one helped out so much with that. I think that the second one helped with his movement. They made the fight scenes are way cooler in the second one.
Yeah, absolutely. Weren't you saying there was one scene where like the Predator has
he has his blades, his wrist blades through the jaw.
Other tangent. The blades in the second movie are reasonable blades.
Yeah, the first one they're huge, dude. But then again, they bulked everything up. So I think they just fucked the whole aesthetic of the Predator in first AVP up. They just fucked his whole thing up.
Absolutely. But what were you saying? He was holding it under his chin.
Yeah. Okay. So it's he's got his wrist blades dug into or through the up through his chin into his skull of the alien.
Yeah.
And he's pulling him into his face. While he's screeching at him, and then the alien has its tail penetrating through his his back into out through his chest.
Right.
So you see all of this in like this kind of circle kind of thing going on, and I really think that was like a cover of a comic book, or maybe it was a promotional image from like a game or like something along those lines.
Yeah.
But I clearly remember seeing that image before.
Yeah, I feel like I have too.
Yeah. So I wonder what that's from.
We'll have to look it up.
That is a dope image.
Yeah, guys, if you know, like,
please
send it to us.
Please let me know.
That would be rad.
I'd like a poster of that.
Absolutely.
Especially if it's from the comic book.
Oh, fuck yeah.
But I think that there's a lot of nods. The thing is, the second movie does the nods much more tastefully.
Except for that one line when
he said
the chopper. Get to the chopper.
But get to the chopper. At least they call it a helicopter in that.
So, and I know how I know this isn't canon because they say the word helicopter.
Yeah, exactly. That's
this
why.
Obviously isn't in the same universe as the other movies. Yeah.
Yeah, see, they pretty much shoot themselves in the foot with this being able to be taken canon. So, I mean, obviously Fox doesn't give a fuck about longevity. We know this.
Yeah.
But
Fox don't give a fuck about nothing no more.
No, Fox. Bye-bye, Fox.
Bye-bye, Fox.
It's weird to think of these films at all in comparison to other Predator, other Alien. It completely dicks the timeline up. So that is supposed to be Wayland in the first movie.
That is, that's actually Wayland.
Okay, so we were talking about this earlier.
By Bishop. What was his name?
Man, I said it earlier.
Yeah,
dude, I said his name. Lance Henriksen.
Well, yes.
Yeah, Lance Henriksen.
Yeah.
So Lance Henriksen played Bishop, and he also played the scientist that created Bishop, right?
Yeah, in the third one.
But that scientist was not Wayland, right?
No, I don't.
He was just a dude that I don't think he was Wayland before. So it's weird that he's Wayland now, and even so, that doesn't make sense timeline wise because Alien 3 is not now. I know it looks shitty, but it's in the future. Trust me. Yeah, it's like 2160 something. You know what I mean? Like it's
he'd be a much older man.
Yes, that's he'd be a much older man. But or dead even. Maybe that's what I was thinking.
Nah, man.
Just much older. You're right.
Just a lot older.
You're right. Fuck me. I'm just no. But I think that so there's one thing that you said, which was the whole idea of like Wayland really being into cloning.
Yeah.
Okay. So if we're going on that idea, okay, cool. Well, yeah, sure. But then now, what about this whole Prometheus shenanigans?
Yeah.
Now I know Prometheus was written later, so there's no way they factored any of this in.
Absolutely not.
But Prometheus, at least timeline-wise, kind of lines up with what was going on.
Yeah, it makes some sense.
Makes some sense, right?
Yeah. Yeah, but that's what I'm saying, man. I don't think these were ever meant to be canon.
If they made them in the current era, then no. Which I agree with you, too. It's most likely just a budgetary thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. More than likely. I mean, there's no reason not to put the Space Marines in there if you can.
Yeah. Yeah, because, I mean, I dig the Space Marine look. You know, Space Marines are the Halo, UNSC soldiers before UNSC soldiers. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
But they have that kind of aesthetic, that gritty, olive, but it's like hard surface armor and stuff instead of it being modern cloth shit. You know what I mean? It's that futuristic, like I got too many lights on my stuff. It's
absolutely.
cool. Yeah. Yeah, I like it, man. That late 80s, early 90s kind of thing.
Yeah. But unfortunately, we did not get Space Marines.
No.
So let's talk about a little more about the characters that we do have.
Well, they suck. I don't want to.
So
that's why these. You mean the reasons these movies are not good?
Yeah. Let's talk about those.
Okay, we talked about the main character chick. I think she's pretty cool, except for the fact that she flip-flops.
Yeah.
But other than her flip-floppiness, I'm fine with her.
Yeah, she's all right.
She works.
She is what she is.
Yeah,
she's a vehicle. She is it's really weird because I guess she's supposed to be the audience POV.
But, so what was the critique you said?
She's the biggest expositor of the whole fucking film.
Is that she's supposed to be your viewpoint, but she also knows everything.
Exactly.
That's what you were saying.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And I agree with you on that.
She's also the most competent person there,
which is funny. Yeah. At least in the second film, they kind of have more than one competent person.
Yeah. Kind of. Yeah. Well,
we'll get there.
We're lowering the bar on competency here. But okay, so beyond that, one of the first people she meets is Spud.
Oh yeah, it's Spud.
Yeah, Spud's in this movie, guys.
Yeah.
And
Did you know he has some kids?
He has kids, guys.
And you're supposed to feel feelings.
That's right.
He has kids.
When he dies. Oh no.
The man with the kids died.
Oh no, it's the lovable goofball. Not the lovable goofball.
Stick around forever.
Right.
Too bad. Spud died.
Spud dies.
So who else? So there's the
there's the archaeologist.
Which I've seen that guy in something else. He looks like the guy that's in I Love You, Philip Morris, but I'm not sure. That guy might be a little prettier. I
think that dude was like, I remember him from that time, like the 2000, 2004.
Totally. Yeah, he was in a handful of movies at that time.
And then did this movie, and
that killed it.
It was that Pepsi cap that he found. That he wears on as a necklace.
His failure.
Yeah, he wears his failure.
That's why.
Yeah,
fucked up. They cursed you.
Yep. Yeah. And
there's the guy that's from the Resident Evil, the first Resident Evil.
Yeah.
The one that gets chopped up by the lasers.
Yeah.
Yeah. He also gets a diamond fishnet.
He dies pretty much the same way.
It's kind of the same way. Yeah. He gets netted up. Yeah.
I'm telling you, dude, there's so many parallels between this movie and that one. And it makes
both
sense.
of them.
Yeah, both of them. Yeah. So
because the second Resident Evil film, correct me if I'm wrong, went straight to being about Nemesis, didn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that actually does make the parallel with the
Predalien.
Holy shit.
Yeah, dude. It's the same fucking movie.
But that's a different director.
Both of these
both of these both of these AVPs are different directors.
Both of the AVPs.
That's what I'm saying. So that guy was just following in the footsteps of the first guy completely.
Yeah.
Like, you had a chance to deviate, and you deviated a little bit in a good way, but why didn't you go full on, fuck that first movie, let's do something else? You know?
They should have just done that, because this whole, like, the second one was made to address the complaints of the first movie.
Yeah, but they should have, to address those complaints, you should have disregarded it and made a better film instead of trying to patch it. Like, because this is not Star Wars. You don't have to be the next thing in the line that does this thing. You can seriously just go, well, that one goes into a box.
Yeah.
We're going to Highlander 2
That's what they do anyway.
Yep, we're going to Highlander 2 it.
Yeah.
Not going to worry about it again.
Just put it
That's
away.
Right. Make 3 that makes sense.
Yeah.
That's right. Hey, look. It fits in the storyline. Isn't this crazy? We should have done this last time. But instead,
we gotta quit letting our crew get drunk.
Really,
when they make movies.
But instead, they tried to address the first film, which I get it, and that seems to be the same thing Fox did with like the X-Men series. You know?
Yeah.
Instead of moving on, they were like, well, let's just make it
swallow in it.
Let's fuck some time frames up.
It's fine.
And then,
we can film in that same forest. It's fine.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Forests, guys.
We'll just wait until it's not snowy.
Okay, so side note here, since you're ragging on Fox so much.
Yeah.
What's the best thing Fox ever did? What's the best Fox thing? Consistently best Fox thing.
Consistently best Fox thing. Man, I don't know, man. There's nothing really. I know they've done some really good stuff.
X-Files.
X-Files? Really? Yeah, I guess.
I'm not saying I love the X-Files.
Yeah, but those movies.
Well, and the show.
The
show was a consistent, like, it did its thing.
Yeah, I gotcha.
And I'm pretty sure that fans of that series liked the way it ended. I don't know, man.
I don't talk to those people.
Yeah, I don't talk to those people.
Yeah. But anyways, getting back.
Fuck Fox is what.
Fuck Fox is pretty much it. Yeah.
Fuck your dead corpse, Fox. We're gonna reanimate you so we can skull fuck your corpse
and kill you again.
Fox. Seriously though, you gotta burn those zombies or they come back.
Absolutely.
That's a note, guys. They teach
burn
you that
your zombies
in the first Resident Evil game, and they never put that in the other ones. You burn the zombies or they come back worse.
Yeah.
That was
good.
That was good. Yeah.
Yeah. But okay, so
burn
back on
the first AVP movie. I had a point. I wasn't just aimlessly. I had a point.
Otherwise, it'll come back as AVP Resurrection.
Well, Requiem. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, you see, that's right. It came back as a thing that, like, look what you did. Look
you forgot to burn this movie.
God. So now it has fucking, T-virus.
Yeah.
So it's
okay. So let's get into the characters of the second one. So the human peoples.
Yeah. So we got
the guy who just got out of prison.
We got a guy who just got out of prison's
brother. Yeah.
We got the chick
who's definitely in high school.
That's right. Yeah. His kid's totally in high school. Yeah. We got the chick with the boobs.
Yeah, she doesn't really have boobs. She doesn't really have much of an ass either.
They do that thing where they're like, it doesn't matter whether she has boobs or not. They're
gonna look down the shirt.
Well, exactly. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is that they try to angle it the whole time and push her up and make her to where like she's always leaning and you're like, all right, we got it. Chick with the boobs.
We got it.
Yeah, you're the love interest.
I got it. She's the hot one.
Stop leaning on stuff towards him.
Right.
And then there's the blonde dicky kid who ends up being a thing
the
later.
Bully.
There's the black guy that the bully hangs out with that gets killed first by the predator.
Because of course. Okay.
And as soon as I saw that happen, I was like, oh, it was the black guy, and Scott was like, no, man.
They wouldn't do that. There's no way.
He's like, oh, it's the fucking black guy. Come on, why'd you guys do this? You should have known.
Well, I know why they did it. It's because
they were trying to make a slasher.
They were trying to make a slasher.
They were making
movie.
a tropey slasher.
The first movie was a big like summer blockbuster action. Woo hey.
Woo hey.
And
next time I make a film, I'm gonna refer to it as a woo hey hey. I made me a woo hey hey.
And the second one is a fucking typical slasher film. You know?
Yeah, it definitely ain't a woo hey hey.
Yeah, it's not a woo hey hey. It's a woo.
I think it's more of a kicking.
I believe it's a pedal.
Yeah, and the slasher film tropes come out, pretty much constantly throughout the second film.
Absolutely.
So, the guy, the cop guy, I like him. He was in American Gangster. Like, he's Russell Crowe's crooked cop partner guy.
He's solid.
He's solid.
Yeah, I like the main dude, the guy who just got out of prison.
Yeah, I like him too.
Yeah.
The mom is all right. She does her character just fine, I guess.
Yeah. She's there.
Yeah, I think the dad, the wholesome dad character that gets killed is funny.
Yeah. Because that dude didn't do nothing wrong.
No,
and,
nothing
well,
wrong.
in the way,
like, see, no monsters, and they get fucked
and
up.
just,
like great.
And then
man.
he explodes.
And it's yes, and then he explodes.
So you know he's dead.
Just in case.
Just in case you thought there was hope that maybe he survived the maiming that he got from an alien.
There was a glimmer after well,
he did die off screen.
Yeah,
you didn't actually
see
it.
So,
but then he blew up.
No, that was on screen. That shit was on screen. Yeah, I think that's all of the main cast, pretty much,
For the most part, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, nobody else really matters all that much. There were other characters in it. There were passerbys, I think it's funny because, again, these movies are super predictable in the way that they point their plot.
Yeah.
But with the second one, as soon as the crowd decided to deviate, Cricket!
Cricket's in it! We almost forgot about Cricket!
Rickety Cricket.
How could we have forgotten about Cricket?
You gotta put your hat on, man.
Yeah.
I liked Rickety Cricket as the boss for the pizza place.
Yeah, the little
shitty boss.
Yeah, the low tier manager of the pizza place.
That's right.
Probably just got promoted.
I love that guy. If you don't know who we're talking about, Cricket is Cricket from Always Sunny.
Yeah.
In Philadelphia.
That dude.
Hilarious. So when they decide to split ways, right?
Yeah.
I think it's great because the cop is pretty much like, no, we're gonna go to the center of town because that's what the general said.
Yeah.
And then
they're gonna get us all out of here.
Yeah, and the rest of them were like, oh no, we're gonna leave and go this way. And I like it how that chick, she goes, but the government never lies to us, But anyway, and when they split ways, the cops all like, no, we're going to the center of town because that's what the dude said, and then everybody else is going the other way.
They're going to the hospital because they got to get to the helicopter
to the chopper. Scott,
sorry. Look, this isn't in canon.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry.
This isn't the same universe, man.
Yeah. They actually are called helicopters.
They actually are called helicopters in this one.
I got you. Okay, so the helicopter.
Yeah.
But as soon as they came up with that plan, they're gonna go to the center of town. I was like, oh man, they're getting nuked. They're getting fucked and bombed.
Yeah, you knew exactly.
Yeah, carpet bombed. I wasn't expecting a full-on nuke. I was not expecting the Resident Evil treatment.
Yeah.
But they really did Resident Evil treatment this shit. But what else do you do?
Yeah. I mean, are they gonna? What are they? They don't know what everybody's got. They don't know what the fuck's actually going on there. They're just like, hey, this is bad.
It's bad.
It's a bad situation.
Burn it all with fire.
Throw a bomb at it.
Throw nuclear weapons at it in mainland America.
That makes
great.
Yeah, that makes sense. That's realistic. I mean, that would totally happen.
God damn. Fucking two-headed deer for the rest of time.
Absolutely.
Okay, so my big issues is still that it doesn't make sense whatsoever in the overall canon of things. As far as the timeline with because
absolutely.
I mean, like.
But that's what I keep saying is like I don't think it ever was supposed to.
Yeah.
Like these really are spin-offs. It's like I said, it's just like this doesn't really matter to the grand scheme of things. Mm-hmm. This is a versus movie, man. This is Wolfman meets Frankenstein.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. They say as much in like the first 10 minutes of the movie because that's what the dude's watching.
In the second one?
In the first one.
Oh yeah, that wasn't the first one.
Yeah. But okay, so
what do you think about it,
man? I enjoy watching the first one. I really do. I have a good time just laughing at all the shit that I'm sure they thought was badass when they made it. You know, it's just too funny, and I get so much enjoyment out of it. I honestly feel like that's kind of other than the fact that I wish it was set in the future. I think it's a pretty fucking solid, enjoyable movie.
Okay, yeah.
You know?
I think my nerddom bothers me enough to where I can't enjoy it.
I gotcha.
But I do see what you're saying.
Yeah.
You know, I think...
because it is really fun to laugh at that movie.
It is fun to laugh at the movie. Yeah. It's definitely... Yep.
And while and I think that, and again, I think the second one is a better made film overall. It's not as enjoyable for me to watch that one.
You'd rather have the giggle fest.
I would. I'd rather laugh at roided up fucking predators.
Yeah.
You know?
And they're beefy. They didn't need to do that, man.
No, not at all.
Oh.
But okay, so is there any particular scene that would you say, is there a fight scene in either one of these that stands out to you? Yeah,
the sewer fight scene in the second one when he first starts getting wild and he like cuts that one's face off.
Yeah.
You know,
okay.
Like he you know, throws the glaive and cuts the one out of the air.
Yeah.
Like that's a really cool little, you know, predator being stylish.
In kind of the same vein, like I agree, I really like that one. I think that may actually be the best like fight scene in the series. But there's a scene in the first one where the predator is chasing the humans and then they get cut off by a wall. So he's just kind of standing there, and the alien's trying to sneak up on him, and he just kind of is like, "I'm busy," you know, slashes his face off. Like, I love that.
That's a good one too. Yeah. I got stuff to do.
I'm thinking here, trying to focus.
Yeah.
Well, final thoughts, Philip?
Yeah, I mean, really what we learned here is that, you know, this was just a love story. And that the alien just wants to kiss you with its little mouth.
That's right.
He just wants
just a little smooch on the forehead. No.
And he goes, "Oh shit, that one was too deep.
Yeah,
okay, let me kiss somebody else on the forehead."
Yeah, I'm not supposed to kiss the inside.
Damn it, that one was too deep too. I gotta get better at this.
The aliens are just really bad at high fives, man.
They're just. That's
they don't understand the concept of a high five.
That's the lesson of this movie: is that aliens are real bad at high fives.
Yeah, right. So what are we doing next week?
Well, we keep talking about Annihilation. Let's just do Annihilation.
Let's just do Annihilation. Yeah. Okay. Well, guys, we'll see you next week for Annihilation. Check us out on Spotify, YouTube, and Anchor. Leave a comment if you want to, and yeah, all that other YouTube stuff. And let's see. I just started. I lost it. I lost my mind.
What he's saying is that he started a new YouTube thing.
A new podcast.
Sitting close to the TV.
Sitting too close to the TV.
That's it.
Yeah, where I talk about old cartoons.
Yeah.
I got the first episode out, so check that out. That's about Tiny Toon Adventures. And this next one is going to be about Transformers. So, yeah, check that out if you want to, guys. It's on all the same places.
And we'll see you next week with Annihilation.
All right. Bye, y'all.
Bye.